Alrighty then, what is up everyone? This is Luna Does the Vlog thing. It's acronym now, so it's all wonderful within the hood of Banana Muffins. My nose really hurts. I'm having terrible allergies today. I filmed that one video where I talked for like 36 minutes straight about like video game. about a 3DS. I was looking for it. I was like, is it still here? And it's not. And I just noticed my little brother was jumping around everywhere and messed up my bed, and then I'm looking at it. But yeah, Luna's gonna be talking about the stuff that he is reading now, manga-wise. Now I could do anime-wise, but I'm not watching anything. But I think I'm gonna do a video stating a story of how I, got into anime, and then probably try to at least name off all the anime that I have watched. And it's definitely, it's not as big a list as most, but it's a list. That's all I gotta say. But right now I'm gonna name all the stuff, all the manga that I'm reading now. If you don't know what manga is, it's pretty much the stuff that, Japanese comics, I guess you could say it a different way. There's different kinds. There's shonen, there's seinen. Shonen's usually for teenagers, teenage boys. Seinen is for adults. It's very adult-oriented with things like sex, the intense gore, really bad, really heavy storylines, I guess you say, heavier than most, but it's meant for a mature audience. Let's see, what's that other one? Shonen, seinen, shoujo? Is it shoujo? No. The one for the females. It's aimed at females, which I've read a couple of. I'm not gonna lie, some of them are pretty damn good. But whatever. Going off on that. So I'm gonna talk about everything that I am reading currently. So I am reading two of the big three right now. If you guys don't know what the big three are, the big three is One Piece, Naruto, and Bleach in that order. But I believe it's changing now. But One Piece has been on the top for like years, but I've already gone through this little talk forever. Yeah, I'm reading One Piece and Bleach. One Piece is, I've gotten back into that series, read hundreds and hundreds of chapters to get back into the series. Bleach, which is recently new to me from 2 years ago. 2 to 3 years ago I got into that series. It was probably when the popularity explosion of it has probably stopped, when the anime came over into English-speaking audience on, Adult Swim and stuff like that. I didn't really understand it. It kind of looked stupid to me. Read it. I read it first, and then I really did enjoy it. I watched a couple scenes from the in the anime of some fight scenes, and definitely the animation was pretty great. And definitely the character designs in Bleach is superb. I can't recite the name of the mangaka in my head, but his character designs are fucking great. I'm not gonna lie. I think my camera's crooked too, but my tripod's all fucked up. One of the legs are just dead. They keep falling off, and you gotta jury rig it, and it's so dumb. So those are like the two mainstream, I guess you say, ones that a lot of people do know about that I am reading. A lot of people just stick to those and watch those animes and mangas of it. But yeah. Let's see, going on to stuff that I started to read recently. Alright, so I picked up Soul Eater after I finished the anime. Recently, if you guys have followed my Twitter, you guys know that I finished Soul Eater probably like 2 to 3 weeks ago. If you guys knew back when. I watched that in a matter of like 3 to 4 days. I watched Soul Eater, and then I'm reading Soul Eater. I got to chapter 5. I was like, alright, I'm going to take a chill pill on Soul Eater. I don't want to oversaturate myself with it. So I'll go to take a break and do something else. And so that break actually turned into this other manga that I'm reading now called Nisekoi. Nisekoi. If you guys want me to explain, this is what I'm reading now currently. This is the main focus I'm reading on now. I believe it's had 80 plus chapters. It started around 2011, I believe. 2012. It's recently new. It has very good popularity, enough popularity to be able to give it an anime. So that's something to do it. It's an anime's coming out. Definitely would like to see an adaptation of it. I don't know which studio's working on what, but I need to go check it out to see who is, and I'll probably talk about that in a separate video within this. You know, I used to do a anime series, Luna stepping back into anime when I got back into anime. You know, the thing that I stepped back into anime with was Sword Art Online, which the first half was superb. I wish it was a little bit longer. The second half was fucking molestationful. That's all I gotta say. I want to fuck a girl was the main drive of the villain in the second part, I guess you could say. But hey, there may be more Sword Art Online. I believe there's 3 more stories after the initial 2 that they told, so I don't know. It's okay. Definitely the first part of it's superb, but the second part of it definitely brings it down much, and the first part of it does have its issues, but it's good all around. Definitely the music's a good point in that. But, you know, that's what got me back into anime again. But, what was I saying? Oh yeah, I did this series called Stepping Back into Anime with Luna, way back in November, December, kind of thing. Alright, but continuing on here, and I'm reading that, just to give you a little overview of what it is. It's a comedy, shonen, romance, and what appears to be a harem, but I'm not exactly, I think it's a harem. Harem manga. Definitely, I'm a big fan of the romance kind of thing, the romance writings. I've always been a big fan of it. And to explain what this series is, you know, this series is Romeo and Juliet. Romeo and Juliet, except Romeo and Juliet do not love one another, and they're forced to be together, to pretend to be together, to have the 2 opposite parties stop fighting. And there's a whole bunch of stuff thrown into it. Definitely the one shot definitely draws in from what the manga seems to turn out to be, but you know, they kind of there's a lot of stuff going into it. There's different love interests thrown in, which don't seem as forced, but they're nice little surprises. Definitely the characters are, you know, they're all those shitty shonen archetypes, but there's something about this manga that makes it feel a little bit different than the run-of-the-mill harem romance comedy kind of thing. It's definitely, there's something that sets it apart, and definitely the reaction faces a lot are way better than what I've seen in any manga, and they're definitely done superb, and they fit perfectly with this story, you know, and the characters that are being danced around in it. And I definitely do recommend this to you. Nisekoi, everything will be in the description for you. Alright, let's see. And finally, this is one that I'm reading currently as it comes out. It's Not My Fault I'm Not Popular, also known as Watamote, which has got an anime, people. Watch the anime. It's definitely really, really good. I'm surprised how good I did it. There's some points that I really do not like. I'm a big fan of this manga. You know, I've read it all. Some chapters can be like 30 pages long. Some chapters could be 6 pages long. Whatever the fuck the mangaka wants. There's 2 people working on it. There's 1 guy drawing, 1 guy doing the stories. If you want me to explain what this is, dark kind of humor about a girl who's going into high school, which is Japanese high school, which is totally different than what we know, I guess people in the U.S. do. It's a lot more similar to what the people. It's a little bit more similar to what the people over there across the pond do. But she's this girl going to the high school. Yeah, she has no friends, right? And she thinks back to the time in middle school where she was popular, but she wasn't popular. She's being completely delusional. Everything she's thinking is definitely not what she think it was. You know, her dropping her pen and some boy picking it up doesn't mean that she was popular. No, but she thinks that when that happens, that means she's popular. But she goes through this whole thing of trying to self-improve, and pretty much goes through the misadventures of Tomoko, and everything that she goes, she pretty much, you follow her throughout her years in high school, and I believe we're in her 2nd year as of right now. And I won't tell you if there's any improvement or anything along those lines. I guess that could be a little bit of a stinker for most people, but you know, she tries to find the good in everything, even though she's kind of like this depressive, very antisocial, horny weird girl with issues that a lot of people can have empathy for, can have, it's definitely something that I do recommend for a lot of people who fit that what I just explained. This girl has such hard issues talking to people. There's one instance where she's talking. No, I won't even do it, but it's like the humor's great. The humor's torturous kind of humor, like really bad situations, awkward kind of humor. It can make you feel awkward when reading it, but I'm not the kind of person who feels that shit. I don't. It's kind of weird. I do enjoy it. I do want this girl to root on. I'm glad it's got a anime, which is, it's pretty decent. It's been following the manga a little bit, a lot better than I thought it was going to be. And definitely you can check out the anime, check out the manga. I recommend it to you. Got the Luna seal of approval. And that's everything that I'm reading today, people. And I'll go into this. The first manga that I ever read was a Tokyo Mew Mew manga. The first volume, and it was with this girl named Berry, where she was a kitty and a bunny. I think something along those lines, and I fucking loved it. And then I got interested in 8th grade. There's this guy named Mitch Tierney. He's a dick later in high school life, but this, I saw this guy as a friend back when. He got me into manga. He let me borrow it and read it, and he also let me read this thing called Tsubasa Chronicle, maybe, I think it's called. That was my second manga that really got me hooked on manga, like, oh man, I gotta read this. And this is before I knew you could find it online on sites like One Manga, Manga Here, Manga Fox, all those wonderful things. But One Manga was my definite place to go read back when, but I got shut down. No, what is it? And I think it was Tsubasa Chronicles. I'm not saying it right, but it's the person who wrote the XXX Holic manga, who's doing that same one. I definitely enjoyed, that's where he started off with a romance. I kind of started off with a romance right away with magic girls in the beginning. Even though I don't really enjoy magic girls so much. I tried watching Madoka Magica. I was like, this is fucking gay. In a derogatory sense. This sucks. But, whatever. I think that is about it. That's how Luna got into the whole manga kind of thing. I think that is about it. So, I'll cover everything that I'm ready to get. So, One Piece. Bleach. And I'm all cut up to One Piece and Bleach. It's... God, what is it? It's not my fault I'm not a popular. I'm catching up. I caught up to that, reading that as we speak. The only mangas that I'm not up to date with are Soul Eater, which should be ending this September, I believe. It's finally ending. The final conclusion. Soul Eater and Nisekoi. Or Nisekoi. I don't know. I'm most likely saying it wrong. Whatever. So I think that is about it. I didn't expect this video to be 13 minutes long. That's what happens where Ludo just talks, people. And I've been looking right here, and this stuff annoys me. Always. It always annoys me. So until next time, everyone. My name's Luna. My hair's all fucked up. As always, stay frosty.